Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina from Venezuela. And today is May the 22nd, 2024. And it's your K1 visa channel, your green card channel, your tourist visa channel, your spousal visa channel. I can process all of them. And I can help you process them also for free, saving you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in immigration fees, not immigration fees, in immigration attorney fees. I'm not an immigration attorney, but I got 9 years of experience in processing K1 visas, green cards, etc. I know how to do this in my sleep. I can do it walking on my hands. All this knowledge that I have in my head, I give it to you for free. All you got to do is ask me your questions or watch the videos. I've made over 900 videos on how to process a green card, process a K1 visa. How much does a K1 visa cost? How much does a work permit cost? How much does the advanced parole cost? I've made all these videos, guys, for you. So you don't have to pay an immigration attorney all that money. And then if you have a question for your immigration attorney, how much is he going to charge you to answer your question? Was it $400 for what, 10 minutes? I don't know. Come on the channel, hang out with us, and we will give you the information for free. Like I said, I've been very successful in processing K1 visas. Now, all you got to do is ask me your questions, and 99% of the time, I will know the answer. Okay? That's why we're here. Karina's already waiting on her green card. Karina is waiting for her green card. We filled out the paperwork. We sent it to Chicago, and we paid the visa fee. Now, the visa fees went up on April 1st, okay? How much does it cost now for a green card and biometrics? $1,440. That's for one person, an adult, okay? If you have younger persons, older persons, there's going to be a price difference. There is. But for the run-of-the-mill, everyday green card application, it's $1,440, which includes the biometrics fee. If you want to get a work permit, which I don't recommend, it's a waste of money. You can if you want, but you got to add another $230. I think it's $230. And then if you want to get the advanced parole, it's $630. So it's expensive. That's another $1,000. Okay. So it's not a cheap thing to do, going through a K1 visa green card application. Same is true for the spousal visa. Devil Dog Z first up to bat on the channel. And he said, we got our K1 FTP yesterday. We are getting there. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, congratulations. That's a Mountain Dew salute to Devil Dog Z. That is the welcome letter from the National Visa Center. Okay. The K1, the KFTP email, it's an email. That's the welcome letter. Now you got to print that email, make about 3 copies. You got to send a copy to your beneficiary. More in Colombia, if you're in Colombia, you got to have the K1 FTP email to schedule the medical exam. And also you got to have the list of travelers too. Priyanka is in the house. Now Priyanka's in Alabama. Hello, Diego and Karina. Did Karina get her EAD card? No, not yet. She got an email saying it was approved. Well, actually, it was on the SEAC, not the SEAC. It was on the online account status. Then she got a letter, the 797. She got the letter in the mail saying it was approved, and in the letter it said you got to wait maybe 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you will get your EAD card. So she didn't get it yet, and it only took 46 days from the biometrics to get the EAD approval for her work permit. But when Karina applied for her work permit, there was no charge. It was free. Okay? Now you got to pay. Priyanka says, I got the letter, not the card. Same for us. Karina, she got her card, she got her letter. It says, your work permit's been approved. Just wait 1 or 2 weeks and we will mail you the card. And that was what? ¿Cuánto tiempo pasó? ¿Una semana? No. Menos? It was only a few days ago. She got the letter about 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. Where it was okay. So we're just waiting on the immigration to mail her work permit. But she's gonna get it not much longer. Okay, and I got Karina this new hat. There, what do you think? Do you like that? We're getting her Americanized, okay? So we got Karina, her sombrero with the stars and stripes on it. So she's becoming Americanized. We went from wearing Colombian hats and Venezuelan hats. Now we're going to be wearing American hats. I'm going to go get myself a military bowl cap. And I gave my Navy bowl cap to Karina's brother, my brother-in-law in Colombia. He's from Venezuela. He got into Colombia legally, got his legal residency, and I gave him my Navy ball cap, and I gave Karina's other brother my Navy T-shirt. Okay, I can get them easily here, but now they're wearing them around Bogota. How cool is that? The real deal. So, and Priyanka's from Alabama, but she got married in Kansas, right? You got married in Kansas City. And then you've been to a bunch of states already. What do you been to, like 8 states or something like that already? You just got here. Yes, Priyanka, I'm worried about the public charge RFE. I don't see that it's going to be a problem. The worst thing that can happen is they'll make you redo pages 13 and 14. That's the worst thing that can happen. Priyanka, please redo pages 13 and 14. Well, your husband, okay? That's the worst thing that can happen, and it's going to slow down your green card maybe by maybe 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks at the most. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think they're going to process your green card, because if there was a problem, they would have already have sent you an RFE already. Priyanka, you would already have received the RFE if it was a problem. You haven't got an RFE, have you? And they've had your green card application for what? How long? 2 months? I think you're good. Adriana Sarango Nunez. Hi, Diego and Karina. Our case got approved on May 17th and was sent to the Department of State yesterday. That's the National Visa Center. May 21st. What should I do in the meantime? Well, hang out with us. Mountain Dew salute, Adriana. So your case went to the National Visa Center, which is what is in New Hampshire. So now what you're going to do is you're going to wait for the National Visa Center to review your K-1 visa application. If they find any mistakes, they send it back to USCIS. I don't think they will. I think you're going to be 100% right on the money. The NVC will then send it to the embassy, okay, wherever in that country where you're processing from, and they will send you a case number, hopefully an invoice number, and then you're good to go. So between now and then, it's going to maybe take, 2 months maybe. You could get the police certificates ready. You could get the birth certificates. Make sure you got all your documents ready for the visa interview at the embassy. The tax returns. Get all the documents in order for the embassy interview. The photographs, the pictures together, all that stuff, okay? You need to be planning for the visa interview. What should I do in the meantime? Get the documents together for the visa interview and start organizing them. And I made a video about it, how to assemble the documents for a K-1 visa interview. I made a video. Good job, Adriana. Camille 1, hello, Diego and Karina from Boston. That's in Massachusetts. How are you doing? We are good. What do you think? Karina's got her American hat on. Okay, we were wearing Colombian hats and Venezuelan hats. Now we're wearing American hats. I've just got to get a Navy hat. I'll probably get it maybe in June. I'll swing by the Navy base. I just don't feel like driving over there. Devil Dog, does the barcode need to be on the KFTP letter? No, there's no barcode on the KFTP letter. Only on the DS-160 confirmation letter. That's what you're looking. The DS-160. Now, there's no charge for the DS-160. Lots of people email me or whatever on the YouTube. They ask me in YouTube, how do I pay for my DS-160? Well, there's no charge. So you're going to be spending the next 20 years looking for a place to pay for the DS-160. All you do is you fill it out and you submit it and you print the confirmation page. You're going to print at least 3 copies of the confirmation page. Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Karina. No worries, Priyanka. We're here for you. I think you're good, Priyanka. Honestly, if there was an issue with your green card application, you would have already have received an RFE. They've opened it up, right? They've processed your work permit. They've done everything. So you didn't get the RFE yet. I don't think you're going to get it. I think you're good. Francois Livingston. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Francois, what's going on? You get your NOA2 letter soon, Francois. probably in the next 5 or 6 days, you'll have your NOA2 letter. Make sure you make about 3 or 4 copies of it, and make sure you get a copy of your NOA2 letter to your future husband in the United Arab Emirates. He's gonna need that NOA2 letter. He's gonna need it, and on the NOA2 letter, you're gonna find your future husband's alien receipt number. You're going to put the alien receipt number, the alien number, on the I-134, the Declaration of Financial Support. When you fill out the Declaration of Financial Support, you're going to find the alien number on the NOA2 letter right below his name, or right above his name, right in there. Adriana, hi Diego, how can I create a SIEC account? I think we need it to track our case at the NVC, the U.S. Embassy in Peru. Well, you should be able to do that very easily with the receipt number from your NOA2 letter. It's not hard to do. Just go online, go and type in USCIS online account. Okay? Go into USCIS online account. They're going to ask you for an email address. They're going to ask for a receipt number. That's how you do it. It's not hard to do. Adriana, it's easy. It's easy peasy. Google USCIS online account, and then follow the steps. Let me see here. Francois, Adriana, our K1 petition was approved on the same day. Congratulations, Francois. Also, Mountain Dew salute for getting her K1 visa approved along with Adriana. Adriana, Peru. Francois Livingston, Morocco via the UAE, which is good news. Bud Garcia, hello Diego and Karina from Washington State. Now Bud, he's watching us from Washington State. His fiance lives in Thailand, just north of Bangkok. All right, and Bud, you've already scheduled your visa interview. And Larry Piercy was asking questions about the biometrics in Bangkok, Thailand. So you need to help out Larry Piercy with the biometrics so he gets unconfused. Okay. Adriana, congratulations as well, Francois. And Francois says once the NOA2 arrives, the real fun starts. Well, then that's it. That's when the real fun starts. Now, what's good about Francois? Her petition has already been mailed to the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. They didn't sit on it for a month or two. Once they looked at the RFE documentation, you fixed a little boo-boo. And USCIS immediately sent it off to the National Visa Center. So you didn't have to be waiting any longer than you already have. It's been, 2 years, right, Francois? Bud Garcia, sorry I'm late. I'm getting ready to leave to the airport at 8:30 today to go see my fiance. So today, you're flying to Bangkok, Thailand. And you took the time out to jump on the live stream. Well, we appreciate that, Bud Garcia. And when you get to Thailand, give your beneficiary. Karina says, and I wish her the very best. And we look forward to when she finally gets to the United States and you guys can get married. We're happy for you, Bud. And we look forward to you when you get to Thailand. If you want, you can jump on the live stream if you're not too busy. It's up to you. Francois, safe travels, Bud Garcia. I second, Karina thirds that. And Bud Garcia, thank you, Francois. I'm going to Thailand. Devil Dog Z, I'm blessed that Vietnam allows the petitioner to attend the interview. So does Colombia. I believe our chances are higher of getting our chances, you meant to say, of getting approved are higher. That's correct. Here's the thing, guys. If you accompany your beneficiary to the visa interview, immigration like that. But some embassies don't allow it. In Vietnam, you can go to the visa interview with your beneficiary. In Colombia, you can go, but in England, you cannot. In the Philippines, you cannot. If you accompany your beneficiary to the visa interview at the embassy in Manila, you got to wait outside in the traffic. Okay, and it's busy. The traffic's busy in Manila. Okay, it's busy. There's going to be loud traffic noise. So what I recommend you guys do from the Philippines, Miss Sponsor, is go to the Philippines, go hang out at the McDonald's. Hopefully it's not $20 for a freaking hamburger in the Philippines. or go hang out in Sonic or wherever restaurant you can find and wait for your beneficiary to get done with his or her visa interview. And Vimy Lawler, hello Diego and Karina from the United Kingdom. Your live and YouTube helped us a lot. Well, Vimy, I'll give you a Mountain Dew salute because you got some education out of this live stream and from the videos, right? You learn how to do this. I saved you what, $4,000? Around that much? And I'm glad, Vimy, that we helped you. Now, Vimy, soon you're going to be in the United States of America. So enjoy your last days in England. I know it's probably raining, right? Is it raining? I bet it rained today. Go eat lots of fish and chips. Go buy a box of Jaffa cakes. Now, remember, all that good British food that you're accustomed to in England, you can get it here in the United States. You can get Jaffa cakes. You can get Marmite. Why you'd want to buy Marmite, I don't know, but you can get it. You can get marmalade. You can get lemon curd. You can get what are those? What are they called? The crackers. I can't remember what they're called. But you can get all the British food here that you want. But I don't know if they make the fish and chips quite the same as they do in England. I was in England in July of 1996 for a 30-day vacation, and I ate fish and chips every day with pickled onions. And I must have probably eaten 30 boxes of Jaffa cakes. But they're good. Francois Livingston, it was quick, and I'm amazed. USIS did send our case to the Department of State on May 17th. It was approved on May 21st. Was it supposed to process like that? Well, actually, it was approved before May 17th, but immigration didn't get around to timestamping it until May 21st. So your visa probably got approved on May 15th, somewhere in there. Okay, Francois, but the thing is, the most important thing is it got approved. That's all you got to worry about. Khmer 1, Cambodia can't go to, right. So if your beneficiary is in Cambodia, you can't go to the visa interview. In the Philippines, you can't go. If you're like Vimy's from England in the United Kingdom, your sponsor cannot attend the visa interview with you at the embassy in London. So your beneficiary is going to have to sit outside in the cold with an umbrella, with his Wellington boots on, and a bag of fish and chips in his hand and wait for your interview to get over with. Adriana Nunez, agreed, Francois, we sent our RFE May 13th and received it on May 16th. They approved our case May 17th, then they sent it to the NVC May 21st. So you guys were in the same RFE boat. Adriana and Francois, you guys were in the same boat. Okay, and I think I'm pretty sure I helped both of you get that fixed. I helped you fix those problems. So yeah, Francois, we'll make a video for your process. Okay, do you want me to make a video from your NOA 1 to your NOA 2, or do you want me to wait and make the video for you from the NOA 1 all the way to the visa interview at the embassy in UAE? Let me know how you want me to do it. Okay. Hedrax Sodiero Christ Fire. Thanks, Diego. My wife and I decided not to do the work permit. Does not make sense. Hedrax, you get a Mountain Dew salute. I just saved you what? 200 and how much? $260, right, for the work permit? It's 230 or 260. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Mountain Dew salute to Hedrax. Use that $260 and go out to eat somewhere with your family, and don't give the money to immigration. It's a waste of money paying for the work permit when your green card's going to be right behind it. Apply for the green card. Don't spend the money on advanced parole. Don't spend the money on the work permit. That's $1,000. And what good is the work permit? You get your work permit, and then about 2 months later, you get your green card. Right? Let me see here. So Hedrax, don't be spending money on the work permit. Use the money. Go out to eat with your wife and your family. Bud Garcia, can my fiance take a 3-wing binder in with her to the interview because in the plastic folders? Yes. Karina took 4 binders into the visa interview in Bogota. She's like this. Take them in there, Bud. That's good. You can do that. Caleb, her too. I found a K1 visa group for Mexico, and people on there are saying it's taking 3 months for the embassy in Juarez to email you with an appointment. That's about right. I've been telling you that on the channel. 2 to 3 months is what it's taking. Bud Garcia, in the packet 3, packet 4, it says plastic folders. Bring the binders. Kayla, you're good. You're good, okay? Let me see. Kayla, nice hat, Karina. Me gusta. Señor Kayla, gusta tu sombrero.
Gracias.
And Karina said, thank you very much. Headrax, hey guys, I'm about to adjust my status. What is the address to send it? Headrax, where do you live? You tell me what state. I don't need your address. Just tell me what state you live in, and I will write the address down for you in the YouTube channel, and I will tell you where to mail your adjustment of status paperwork to. And this is going to be the FedEx, UPS, DHL address. Don't send it U.S. Postal Service. Send it by FedEx, UPS, or DHL. All right? You got me, Headrax. What state do you live in? Tell me what state you live in, and I'll tell you where to mail your green card application. Francois Livingston, I was away for a few seconds, and I missed your answer to Adriana's question about creating a SEAC account. I need that information before creating an account online. What you do, Francois, is you Google USCIS online account creation, something like that. And it will take you to the USCIS website where you can create the account. You need an email address, and you need your receipt number from the NOA2 letter. That's how easy it is. And then, once you've created your account, you can go in and check the status with your receipt number. Okay, you got it? Headrax, tell me what state you live in, and I will send you I'll write down the address for you where to mail your green card application. Let me see. Bud Garcia, Thailand can't go either. So Thailand, Cambodia, Philippines, you can't go. England, if you're a sponsor, you cannot go to the visa interview. That's up to the ambassador. The ambassador runs the show. The ambassadors control their embassies, and the ambassadors work for the State Department, which is the head honcho is on the 7th floor in Washington, D.C. The State Department has this big government office that we pay for with our taxes, okay? And their head office is on the 7th floor of that big building. Devil Dog Z, when I bring my fiance back, would it be smart to get married first, then Social Security card on the opposite? Do it either way you want. In New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, you got to have a Social Security number before you can get married. In the state of Florida, you don't have to have a Social Security number to get married. You just need Karina's passport. She had to identify herself with a government-issued ID, which was her passport. Okay, this is Karina. Boom. We got the wedding license, the marriage license. Okay. In New Jersey, you got to get a Social Security number first. Then you can apply for the wedding license, the marriage license. It depends on where you live. But what I would recommend you do is this. If you can get the Social Security card before you get married or right after you get married, go ahead and do it. It's one thing less that immigration has to do when they process your green card application. It's one thing less they got to do, which helps speed up the process, right? Go to the Social Security office with you got to bring your I-94, okay? Your document, your I-94 document, your passport, and the K-1 visa. You bring those documents, bring it to the Social Security office, punch in, take a number, wait your turn, and then get your Social Security card mailed to you from Maryland, and it takes about 10 days. When you get the Social Security card, then you can open up a bank account and get joint accounts on the bank. And then you can once you get that, you can wait a month for bank statements to come in, and then you can include that information in the green card application. Don't be mailing a green card application with hardly any evidence of you guys in a relationship. Put in there wedding pictures, honeymoon pictures. Get your beneficiary on the trash bill, water bill, light bill, telephone bill, health insurance, life insurance. Get all this paperwork together over the 40 or 50 days and put it together in a green card application, along with the marriage certificate, the I-94, a copy of the K-1 visa, a copy of your passport, proof of U.S. citizenship for the U.S. citizen, naturalization certificate, copy of the biographic page of the passport. Now, all passport pictures, all passports have to be copied in color. So, Mr. Sponsor, you're going to blow up you're going to get a big copy of your passport, biographic page in color. Same for your beneficiary. Karina had a big blown up copy of her Venezuelan passport, biographic page. It shows her signature. It shows the expiration date of her Venezuelan passport, etc., etc. You got to put all this stuff together for your green card application. Don't come to America, get married, then the next day file for your green card. It ain't going to work. You come to America, you get married, and you put together a green card application, and it's going to take you 50 days to do it. So my response to you, Devil Dog Z, is go ahead and get the Social Security number right away. But it depends on what state you live in on the process. Francois Livingston, you sure did help me tremendously. My fiance and I will be forever thankful for your guidance. Francois, if I sleep soundly at night knowing that Francois, soon you're going to get your husband, your soon-to-be husband in America. Mount Dew salute. And everything's going to be just peachy cream. And Hedrax lives in New Jersey. Okay. So let me write here. I'm going to type in here the address. Hold on, Hedrax. Francois. Look at that. Look at that super chat. Eternal thanks for everything, you and Karina's continuous dedication to all of us. Always. Con mucho gusto. Karina's teaching me Spanish things. I'm learning new stuff today. Mountain Dew salute, Francois. Congratulations to Francois for getting her NOA 2 letter in the mail after all this stress. And now I'm going to type in here, right here. This is the address for Hedrax, okay, to mail his green card. I mean, he's been waiting anxiously for this. Okay. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm typing. Now, I'm supposed to wear glasses, but they look stupid on me, so I don't wear them sometimes. So I'm doing this without my glasses, but I'm not going to make a mistake because Karina's going to she's going to correct me if I mess up because her eyes are perfect. Okay. I'm scared about taking my eye test for my driver's license renewal. I don't know if I'll pass. Well, oh well, right? Now, this is the address, okay, Hedrax. This is where you're going to... Now, this is via FedEx, UPS, or DHL, okay? Do not mail it in the U.S. Postal Service. Don't do it. Use the courier service, okay? Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to write here without glasses on. I can't stand wearing glasses. I look like an idiot. But it is what it is, right? 60603-5517. Okay, Hedrax. There's the address. That's where you're going to mail your green card, okay? Or your wife's. Now, let's see. Vimy Lawler. Hey, yes, you are correct. It is raining today. Vimy, I was in England for 30 freaking days. And it rained every day. I was there. It was July of 96. Our case is already in transit. I will need some time to move to the USA because of our situation. How long we got? You got 6 months from the date of your medical exam. So, Vimy, when you go to your medical exam, you got 6 months to use your green card visa from the date of your medical exam. Okay? You cannot enter the United States with an expired medical exam. That's why it starts on the day of your medical exam. 6 months, okay? You got it? So eat all the fish and chips you can in that time period. Denise Jefferson. Hey, Denise. Hello, Diego and Karina. It looks like we dodged a bullet with the separate checks to USCIS. Yes, there you go. All is well. My question is, how long did it take for Karina to get her bio letter? It was about, let me see, for the work permit, it was about a week. It was a week after she had her biometrics, she got the letter very quickly. After we paid the green card application fee, it was pretty quick, within a week to 10 days. It was pretty quick. Wandering Terrier, hello everyone. Hope you all had a great day. We did so far. I'm still painting. Look at this. You see that blue tape? That's painter's tape. And I'm painting, Karina and I are painting the house. We're painting. Pintura? Pintar is pintar. The action is painting is pintar. That's what we're doing. And I haven't got to this yet. When I get done with the office, then that blue tape's going to go away. But we got it's a lot of work. You should see all the blue stickies I got on the wall over here. So Hedrex is in New Jersey. Did you get the address? You did? Great. Write it down. Bud Garcia, thank you. Okay, Diego, no worries. Francois, I like your suggestion about waiting till the finish line interview and then do the video. Then that way we will have everything. Yeah, Francois, when you get the visa interview scheduled and he goes in there and everything and gets his visa and everything, that's when I'll make the video for you. So you'll have the whole timeline from the beginning to the end, right? And then you'll have it forever to watch in the future. Just click on it and watch it. Hedrex, you're good, right? Francois, I am already registered online with USCIS since day one using the case number. Okay, you can use the case number too. That's how I was checking our case on this lengthy journey. There you go. And Francois, again, here's a Mountain Dew salute for that super chat. We appreciate you. Hedrex, thank you, God, and bless you guys. That's a good post right there. You good to go, Hedrex. You're good to go. And I'm glad Denise dodged the bullet on the check. Immigration, it depends on who the immigration officer is. You get some immigration officers that see that you made a little bit of a mistake, like Priyanka, okay, with the public charge. They filled out the paperwork just a little bit wrong, but she got her work permit approved. So immigration looked at her husband's income and said, no, these guys are good. They're not going to be a problem. But they filled out the paperwork incorrectly. Normally you get an RFE right away, but they didn't get an RFE. So I think the immigration officer was one of the good guys and said, okay, we're going to let this slide and we're just going to process our green card. That's what I think happened. But you get some immigration officers, okay, who think they walk on water. They think they're the world's gift to immigration, and they're just total jerks. So it depends on how the cards fly, like you're in Vegas. So Denise, I think she locked out. She did good. I'm glad for her. Michelle, hey Diego, I got my green card. No EAD or AP, straight away green card. Okay, Michelle, what was the timeline? And then you said, thank you for all your help. Well, Michelle, you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute for getting your green card. Congratulations. Awesome. I'm glad we were able to help you in some way get to that point in your life. Now you got to focus on your 10-year green card. Don't forget, guys, just because you got your 2-year green card doesn't mean the process is over. You got to keep the evidence collected for your 10-year green card. In 24, you look at your 2-year green card. Okay, here's your 2-year green card. You look at the issue date. You look at the expiration date. The expiration date minus 3 months. 3 months before your 2-year green card expires, you got to lift the conditions off your green card and apply for your 10-year green card. How do you do that? Basically, the same thing that you did for your 2-year green card. You're just going to repeat everything. But you got to include all the evidence of the last 2 years you guys were together. Francois, another super chat. Francois says, you got to get a matching fedora like Karina. Francois, es necesito yo comprar un sombrero igual para ti. Okay, Francois. Karina will be on the hunt to do that. I'll get one tomorrow. Okay? Mañana. Tomorrow, Francois. Let me see. And Michelle, we're happy for you, Michelle. We're glad we helped you get through this process. Retro rock and roll. Hi, Diego and Karina. Do you know how long it takes to receive the green card after the I-485 is approved? Well, it's like the whole process is like 4 to 5 months. Once it gets approved, it's probably going to be a couple of weeks. Once you get the approval in your online account status, they're going to send you a letter, 797, saying your green card's been approved, And on the letter, it's going to say wait a couple of weeks before it to get mailed to you. Unless you have to go in front of an immigration attorney, an immigration officer for a face-to-face. If you put together a pitiful green card application, if your green card application is pitiful with just the basics, the marriage certificate, a couple of pictures, the beneficiary's name is not on any bills, he is not on the rent for the apartment, or the deed to the house, or the titles of the car. If you put together a real crappy green card application, it's a good chance you're going to have to do a face-to-face interview again. But if you do a fantastic green card package, if you put together a fantastic green card application with 50 or 60 days of evidence of you guys living together in the house, in the apartment, in the RV, in the townhouse, in the trailer, doesn't matter where you live, as long as you live together and you can prove it, immigration is just going to mail you the green card in the mail. Why would they want to go and do another visa interview? But you got to put this evidence together in a green card application. So retro rock and roll, I hope I got you answered there. It's a couple of weeks after the approval, but it's about a 4 to 5 month process total. Francois, I was a little too excited, Diego, I guess, about the video because I didn't think we'll ever get to this point. I got you, Francois. Thank you for your patience. Karina says the same thing. I'm teaching Karina how to drive, right? And Karina says that every time, thank you, you're so patient with me. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm patient. Mucho paciencia. You got to be patient, guys. Life doesn't, the only thing that moves fast, okay, is the IRS letters that when the IRS sends out a letter saying you owe them money. Now that moves fast. That's the only government entity that works fast. It's the IRS. If you owe them money, if they owe you money, it's slow. They're slow. Okay. The only government entity that works fast is the freaking IRS. Immigration is slow. Okay. Bureaucracies are slow. Michelle took 1 week after approval to get my physical card. There you go. It took about a week. Michelle answered the question. Devil Dog Z, where would the invoice number be? It should be emailed to you with the case number. If you don't have the invoice number yet, email once you get the NOA2 letter. Then you got to contact the MVC and ask them for it. Denise Jefferson, Diego, I know that Karina got approved for her work permit. Has she received the actual work permit in the mail? Not yet. Here's how it works. Denise, here's what happened. On her online account, she checked and it said your work permit got approved. And it was approved, what was it, May? Right. And then she received a letter in the mail. She got the letter open and she opened up her letter like this, very careful, so she didn't tear the letter. And she took it out and she read it. It said, she understood English. She said, hey, I got my work permit got approved. Here's my letter, the 797. On the letter, Denise, it said, wait 1 to 2 weeks and you will get the work permit in the mail. So that was 4 days ago. Mm-hmm. So let's see, in the next 10 days or so, she should have her work permit. In about 10 more days. And Denise says, Diego, you know that my husband is waiting on his work permit. That's fine. If a company like Amazon is willing to somehow sponsor in the interim, do you think that could cause a problem with our K1? Your K1 doesn't exist anymore. Denise, your K1 no longer exists. When you land, when your fiance, your prometido, landed in America, the K1 is irrelevant. Now you're on an I-94. The I-94 is 90 days that you got to get married. So you got to get married within 90 days, which you did. Congratulations, by the way. Now, the I-94 expires after 90 days, but you're still in good status because you got married within 90 days. When immigration received your green card package, they saw you got married within 90 days, so you're still in status even though the I-94 is expired. The K-1 visa doesn't exist anymore. You cannot work in America without a work permit / green card / social security number. You got to have a social security number, a green card, and or a work permit. in order to work in the United States. Do not work on a Social Security number. If you get your Social Security card in the mail, okay, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, then you go and apply to work somewhere, go get a job. Then what if that company files a report to Homeland Security, does the E-Verify? In Florida, they have E-Verify. The Homeland Security is going to say, well, you have your Social Security number, that's fine, but you don't have permission to work in America. You're going to get what's called known as a mismatch. Then you're going to get a letter from immigration, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, saying, we have a mismatch on our records. You have accepted employment with a Social Security number, but you don't have permission to work in America. To avoid that problem, don't start work anywhere, whatever it is. And you said like if a company like Amazon is willing to somehow sponsor in the interim, don't do it. Amazon's going to want to is going to ask for his Social Security number. Don't get the mismatch. It could happen. Wait till he gets the work permit. When he gets his work permit, then knock yourself out, Denise. Knock yourself out. Have your husband. Get him to work. Put him to work. Karina wants to go to work. Every day she's like, I want to go to work. Trabaja. Every day she's like, she wants to go. She wants to start work, but she can't. She's got her Social Security number, but I know the process like the back of my hand, guys. And if you guys listen to me, I'm going to save you headaches and I'm going to save you money. Wait till you get the work permit and or green card before you start doing anything, whether it's working for Amazon. Don't do it. Listen to me, Denise. I'm going to save you a big headache, okay? It's not going to be a problem for your K-1 because your K-1 doesn't exist anymore, Denise. Denise, you're no longer under a K-1. Your husband is no longer under K-1. He's now a legal permanent residence in process. K-1 is gone out the window. Retro rock and roll. That was a quick, Michelle. So it took 1 week to receive the green card. That is nice to know. Just Lenny. Hello, Diego. We don't have any pictures of our wedding since it was only civil. Just the two of us. Is it a problem for the adjustment of status? You got to have pictures of something. You're in the courthouse. Did you get any pictures in the courthouse? You're in the courthouse, right? We got married on the beach. It doesn't matter where you got married. You got to get pictures and you got to have people in the pictures. Is it going to be a problem? You might get an RFE for further evidence to prove, that you actually had a real wedding. The marriage certificate is good. The marriage certificate is obviously very good, but you got to have evidence of a wedding of some kind. I don't know. The worst case scenario is you'll get an RFE for further evidence of your wedding. You said it was civil. Okay. Just the two of us. Okay. Did you get pictures of the two of you at the civil wedding? Did you get pictures together in the courthouse? In the courthouse here in Santa Rosa County, if you get married in the courthouse, they got this big archway with flowers all around it. So you get married in the courthouse, and then you can go get pictures underneath this archway with flowers. And the clerk of the court will stand in with you with the pictures if you want. I mean, let me see here. Nikki Okali, Mountain Dew salute. Hey, Nikki, Mountain Dew salute. Of sleepless nights to hunt for interview date in Nigeria, I joined the WhatsApp group because Denise Jefferson was the person that gets credit for that. But yesterday, I finally got a July date. So, Nikki, you need to be giving a Mountain Dew salute to Denise Jefferson for helping you get that information. And this channel is the place to be to get the information, right? If you weren't here, you wouldn't have known about Denise and her group with WhatsApp. Now you got your interview scheduled. So that's fantastic. Just Lenny, are tax transcripts necessary for the adjustment of status? Yes, they are. If you when you fill out form the 864, they ask you for your last year's tax return. and tax transcript. If you can't get the tax transcript because let's suppose you filed your taxes in January, February, March, or April. It's kind of hard to get a tax transcript this early in the game because the IRS are slow. But you got to include your last tax return in your green card application. And they ask you how much money did you make. So you filed your 2023 taxes. You include your 1040, your W-2 and or 1099, right? There's a cat just going crazy. There's two cats out there in the yard. One of them is Tokyo. I don't know how Tokyo got outside in the yard, but Karina's going to go and get him. Let me see. Yes, you got to have your tax transcripts. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Now Karina's not here. I get confused. Devil Dog, where would the invoice number be on the? It's from the MVC in the K1 FDP letter. Michelle, 5 months since biometrics. Okay, there you go. Denise Jefferson, Diego, I know that Karina got approved for a work permit. Has she received the card yet in the mail? No yet. Don't work without the work permit or the green card okay, don't do it. So Nikki, yeah, good job on finding that and getting that interview scheduled in Nigeria. Nikki, Diego, I sent a super chat, but it didn't post. You don't have to send a super chat, but we'll give you a Mountain Dew salute for the attempted super chat. Nikki, we give you a Mountain Dew salute for trying, but it's all good. It depends on what, you may not be, some countries may not let you do it. Bud Garcia, well, I'm going to go for now. Bud, go get ready for your flight. Everyone have a good night. I have to get ready to go see my fiance. Bud, you have a safe flight. Have fun. And keep your seatbelt on all the time in the airplane, Bud. Do not take off your seatbelt in the plane. As soon as you put on your seatbelt, unless you got to go to the bathroom, you leave it on. You never know when you're going to hit turbulence, especially over the skies of Thailand, Singapore, etc. That weather over there is crazy right now. Leave your seatbelt on all the time. Francois, Diego, my fiance talks a lot about wanting to work too, but I'm going to try to talk him out of it since it's only about a month difference if he waits till he gets his green card. Just wait till he gets his green card. It's so much easier. You go in with your green card and you start work. If you go on with a work permit, then you got to go back and you got to reapply and you got to redo paperwork. Just wait. Denise Jefferson, thanks, Diego. I misspoke. I just thought if Amazon is willing to file for work permit for immigrants who qualify, would that get in the way or violate the I-485? It could. It could. Don't do anything. Don't let Amazon do any filing or anything. Wait till he gets his work permit. Then you are absolutely 100% in the clear. Okay. So Denise, please just wait till you get the work permit. It's not that long of a wait. It's much better just to wait for the work permit than to get a big, massive headache with an immigration mismatch. Homeland Security, okay, can be ruthless. I'm serious. Well, unless you're an illegal immigrant. If you're an illegal immigrant, then they give you advanced parole on the border and give you all the free stuff you want. From what I can see on the news. Let me see. Just landing. No, we didn't have any pictures since we went by ourselves. Since we are waiting for my family to be able to come to the U.S. for the religious ceremony, not even one picture in the courthouse. Well, did you send in your green card application yet? Just landing. Have you sent in your green card application yet? Or is it still sitting on your dining room table? Denise Jefferson, thanks, Diego. We will stay out of the line of fire. Mountain Dew salute for Denise. Stay out of trouble. Homeland Security can be ruthless, especially with people coming here legally. Coming here legally, okay, is a real pain. It's a long process and very expensive. Stay out of the line of fire. Just landing. No, not yet. Okay, just landing. I need for you to get in tomorrow or on the weekend, get in your car with your both of you, go back to the courthouse, go into the courthouse and get pictures in the courthouse and ask the clerk of the court to stand in with pictures. Bring some people with you and use those for your green card application. You got to have pictures of your wedding. You got to have them. It's pretty much mandatory. Okay? I'm serious. Get in the car on Saturday or whatever. If you can't get, if the courthouse is closed, get on the front of the courthouse, get pictures together with people. You're not cheating. You're just taking pictures after the fact. The location didn't change, right? But you got to do that. Before you send in that green card application, you must get pictures, even if it's after the fact. Retro rock and roll. Look at that super chat for some dew. Thank you, Retro. Mountain Dew salute to Retro rock and roll. Just Lenny. Go back to the courthouse, bring some friends with you, and get pictures outside the courthouse and say, these are our wedding pictures. Okay? I'm serious. You need to listen to me. Julian, hello, Diego. How are you? I applied last week, Thursday, for the adjustment of status. I didn't put the work permit. Save the money. Don't waste your money. But they haven't sent us any text up to now. Julian, hello. Did you ship your green card application via FedEx, UPS, DHL? If you did, then FedEx would have sent you a message saying your package has been received and signed by immigration, right? That means that your package, if you received a message from FedEx saying that they have that your green card application was signed for by immigration, then your green card package is sitting on a shelf in Chicago or in Phoenix, Arizona, or in Elgin, Illinois. It's in one of those three places. You're just waiting for them to open up the package, and then they will contact you from the G1145 and send you a text. So if you haven't received a text yet, it's because they haven't opened your box yet of green card goodies. They didn't open it yet. It's sitting on a shelf. They're going to get to it. But did FedEx send you a message saying it was delivered? Or UPS or DHL? Julian, hello. Yeah, we took pictures in the courthouse, in the side of the court, and even outside. Julian, you listen to me. Jess Lanning. Karina's back in the house. And she's still got the tag on the back of her hat. Welcome back, Karina. Did you get Tokyo? Where is he? I saw our cat just go bolting across the yard. I don't know how he got out of the house. Does he have a key to the house? Tokyo has a key to the house? Tokyo Chiavi? Okay, so somebody left the door open and the cat got out. Now Karina's back. Angieka, I'm late. Oh no. Angieka, you're not late. You never listen up, guys. You're never late for the show. Whatever time you jump on the live stream is your time. It's not my time. It's your time. You're never late. There's no such thing as being late. Okay? This is your YouTube channel. You get here when you want. Whenever you want to be on here, you're on here. If you don't, if you're busy, no problem. Angieka, hi Diego and Karina. Now, Angieka, if I recall, you're from South Africa, right? You went through the process in South Africa. I would drive you nuts with all my questions. No, you're not. Karina asked me questions all day long. One more question, like Colombo. I got one more question. Karina asked me questions all day long. When Karina first got to America, right? How does the microwave work? Right? How does the washer and dryer work? Right? How does the car work? Let's drive a freaking car. We're used to buses in Colombia. Now Karina's in a car. It's questions. It's all good. Let me see here. Angieka, yes, I'm from South Africa. I remember. Now I'm married and living in Indiana. Very good. Now you were in Johannesburg, if I recall. You went to, didn't you go to the embassy in Johannesburg It wasn't Cape Town, it was in Johannesburg. Now, come on, Angelica, give me the questions, okay? I'm going to hang out with you guys and chat and talk and answer questions. That's why we're here. Francois, congratulations, Angelica. Wishing life's best. Yeah, Indiana is pretty cold in the wintertime. So, Angelica, you're used to hot weather in South Africa, right? You got Table Mountain. Isn't Table Mountain in South Africa? I remember, I've been to South Africa, and I remember going to Table Mountain. Okay, I was very young, but I was there. And I think that's where it is. Table Mountain it's an interesting country. Back in the day, it was a very nice place. I don't know about now. I think it's turning communist. South Africa has gone the other way. They went Marxist. I don't know what's going on down there politically, but it is what it is. Let's see. Angelica, thanks, Diego. I'm freaking out a little about the adjustment of status. Relax. I called for advice about the Social Security number, and I get conflicting information. I will give you the right answer right here. So can I just tick yes on the paperwork that it asks if I want one? Angelica, have you applied for a Social Security card at the Social Security office? Answer me this question. Have you been to a Social Security office in Indiana, and have you applied for a Social Security number? Answer me that question. That's number one. And then I'm going to make your life so much easier once I know the answer to that question. And then you're going to sleep like a little baby tonight because you're going to know that you're not going to be stressing anymore. No, I never applied. Okay, that's good. So what you're going to do on page 2 of Form 485, right here, you're going to put yes. You're going to say yes. No, you're going to put no. Delete that, backpedal. You're going to put no right here. No. Page 2 of the 485. You're going to put no. The Social Security Administration has never issued me a Social Security number. Right? You're going to put no. Then on number 16, you're going to put yes and yes. You're going to say, yes, I want the Social Security Administration to issue me a Social Security number. You need a Social Security number. And then under number 17, you're going to give Homeland Security permission to contact the Social Security Administration on your behalf, and they will mail you a Social Security card. Form 485, application to register permanent residency in the United States. Page 2, section 14, you're going to put no, yes, yes. Tell me you understand that. You got that, right? So can I just check yes on the paperwork when it asks if I want one? You put, yeah, you do. You check yes, but you also have to tick yes that you give Homeland Security permission to give your information to the Social Security Administration. You got it? All right, Angelica. Julian ALO. We used USPS, and they gave me the tracking number. I checked, and it says that your item has been delivered and is available at a P.O. box at 6:27 a.m., so let me just wait. Okay, Julian ALO. So the U.S. Postal Service didn't lose your green card application. It didn't get lost somewhere, which is a miracle right in itself. And because you haven't received a text message from immigration yet, that means that your green card application is sitting on a shelf in Chicago or in Phoenix, Arizona, or Elgin, Illinois. When immigration get to your box, they'll take it off the shelf. They're going to open it. They're going to text you, but they haven't opened it yet. They got it, but they haven't opened it yet. Angelica, you good to go, right? Are you gonna be able to sleep now? Right? Just Lenny, how long after the end date of the K1 visa can we send our adjustment of status package? Your K1 visa is no longer in existence. Just Lenny, when you landed in America, boom, the K1 visa has been terminated. It no longer exists. It's in your passport, but it's no longer valid. It's no longer valid for anything other than you taking a picture of it and including it in your green card application. When you land in America, your K-1 visa goes away and you become an I-94. You're on an I-94. The I-94 gives you 90 days to get married. You get married within 90 days, you're in status. If you're in status, you can file for your green card whenever you feel like you're ready to apply for it. Okay? Just because the I-94 expires after 90 days doesn't mean your status is expired, because as long as you got married within 90 days, you are within status. If you wait 4 months to apply for your green card, okay, so be it. But the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to get your green card. Right? So just like it, you can wait as long as you want. But I recommend you get your green card application in the mail within 50 to 60 days upon getting married. 50 to 60 days is more than enough time to get your beneficiary on the bank statements, on all the service bills, utility bills, get her, on all the electric bill, water bill, trash bill, put her on the title to your car, RV, the deed to the house, the rent receipts, get her name on the rent receipts. You got to prove you guys live together. The more evidence you have, and you got to prove you're married too within 90 days. Right? That's what a green card application is. And the more stuff you put in the green card application, the greater the chance you don't have to go in front of a scary visa interview again. Julian ALO, just wait. You're going to just wait for immigration to open up your green card package, okay? Angieka, and I've also asked about my married name. More conflicting info from everyone. Listen, can I legally put my husband's surname on my own and then put my maiden name? Listen, Angieka, when you fill out your adjustment of status paperwork, Form I-485, you want to change your maiden name to your husband's last name, correct? Right? That's what you want to do. Okay. On page 1 of 485, they ask you the question right here. What is your name right now? Right now. What is your current legal name? This is page 1 of the 485. Page 1. What's your current legal name? Well, Karina's current legal name when she filled this out, was Karina Ross. Karina Ross, middle name. And then they ask you, what other names have you used, Karina? Well, then right here, where it says other names used, I can't see what I'm doing here. Right here, where it says other names used, Karina put her maiden name, Karina, her middle name. So right here, that's where Karina changed her last name to my last name legally on this Form 485. Page 1. It's page 1. It's the beginning of this of your love story right here. Right? Right here. It was Ross, Karina, Ross, Karina, middle name. And here was maiden name, Karina, middle name. That changes your last name legally with the U.S. government to Karina Ross on page 1 of the 485. That's where you change the name, Angieka. If you want to take do you understand? You got it, right? So no need to apply for a social security number? No. No need for a court? No. Go to a court? Who told you had to go to court? Where are you at? Are you on Facebook? Are you in one of these stupid Facebook groups where they tell you they scared the living daylights out of you? Right? You said you're sorry you have so many questions, Angieka. That's why we're here. We're here for you. That's why we're here. Okay? You asked USCIS? Okay, listen. This is how you change your last name to your husband's last name if you decide to do that. And this applies to the women too, to the ladies. If you are an American citizen lady, okay, this is how you do it. On page 1 of the form I-485, what is your current legal name? Karina put her current legal name is Karina Ross. And then they asked what other names has she used? Well, she put Karina and her maiden name. This is a legal document. This changed her name. When Karina's green card comes in the mail, it's going to say Karina Ross on it. Right? That's how it works. Angelica, tell me you understand. The Social Security card on page 2, you're going to ask Homeland Security to process your Social Security card through Social Security Administration. The Social Security Administration is going to mail you a Social Security card with your married name on it. Right? That's how it works. Don't Facebook, USCIS, robocalls, stay out of there. Come ask me right here and I'll get you the right answer, okay? Angelica, just Lenny, that's also another question I have. There are so many. I have my I-94 expires on the 11th of June and it's freaking me out. Angelica, did you get married within 90 days? Angelica, did you get married within 90 days? The I-94, here's your I-94. It says it's good from this day to this day. What does that mean? It means you got to get married within 90 days. That's all that means. The expiration date. If you don't get married within those 90 days, let's suppose you waited until 95 days or 100 days. Let's suppose you got married after 100 days. You got your marriage certificate with the date on it when you got married. You've got your I-94 where it says you got to get married between this day and this day, which is 90 days. Your green card will be rejected and you will be deported. But if you got married within 90 days within the time frame on the I-94, you're in status. So when the I-94 expires, it terminates after 90 days. If you got married within 90 days, you're in status. Relax. You ain't going to get deported. You're in status. When you get around to filing for your green card application, is when you get around to it. But I recommend you do it within at least 50 or 60 days after you get married. Please tell me you understand that. Angelica, I mean, other than being deported for crimes, which won't happen. Angelica, you're not going to get deported because your I-94. Karina's I-94 expired back in April. She's still here. She's in status. Why is she in status? Because we got married within 90 days. Her K-1 visa went out the window on January 3rd, 2024, when we landed in Miami. Her K-1 visa was terminated. It no longer exists. It's no good anymore. Then she got an I-94. The I-94 is good for 90 days. We got married on January 14th. She's in status. Here we are right now, waiting and waiting and waiting for her green card and her work permit. But she's in status. Everything's peachy cream, and I am drinking Mountain Dew. Maybe it should be sangria, right? I'm kidding. YB Channels, US. Hello, Mr. Diego. I got an email from USCIS saying we have taken an action on your case. Sign into your account to view the status, but nothing when I check my account. Okay, if you check into USCIS and you look for how long is it taking to process a green card, it says 15, 16, 18 months, right? But it's not. It's taking 4 or 5 months. Don't believe everything you read on USCIS accounts. Take it with a grain of salt. Angelica, okay, awesome. So no need to apply for a Social Security number. No, you fill out, you ask them to do it on page 2 of the 485, right here. Dear Homeland Security, please apply for my Social Security card. They'll do it for you. There's no, let me see here. You're not going to get deported. You're in status, Angelica. There's no need to apply for the Social Security number. Homeland Security is going to do it for you. There's no need for a court date. Sorry, Diego, I told you I had many questions. And you asked USCIS. Ha ha ha, they just read a script and they aren't helpful. That's a government entity for you, right? I think I'm asking them questions they aren't allowed to answer. That's correct. They can't answer those questions because they can't. They can't do that. They can't help you fill out this form. USCIS cannot help you fill out the form. You can either fill it out yourself, you can have me do it and help you with it, or you can hire an immigration attorney and pay him $5,000 or $6,000 to do it for you. But if you jump on the channel, I can help you. I'm allowed to. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, but I'm allowed to help you. Okay? The lady wasn't trying to help. It's like if you're going to go get a divorce, right? And you go into the courthouse and you ask the clerk of the court, hey, how do I fill out my divorce papers? The clerk of the court cannot tell you because that's legal advice. And she works for the clerk of the court, which puts her in a position of siding with you and not the other party. USCIS cannot answer those kind of questions because they're siding with you, not the other party. But you can jump on this channel and ask me all questions you want, and I can answer them for you, right? And it didn't cost you a dime. Angelica, I don't have Facebook. Thank goodness. You get a Mountain Dew salute. If you got Facebook, you got issues. Facebook's a joke. If you want to get stressed out and get totally mentally eviscerated, go on Facebook chat groups. Angelica, Diego, you're making me laugh. You remind me of how my dad answers my questions since I was a kid. There you go. There you go. YB channel, thank you. No problem. Julian ALO, Diego, do we have also a USCIS account? How to check? You should have an online account with USCIS. If you don't have one, create one. Google USCIS online account and create an account. Angelica, yes, I'm definitely in status. There you go. You're in status. I was married a month ago. There you go. One more question. Okay, Lieutenant Colombo, one more question. My husband and I don't have a joint bank account yet. What other strong evidences can I include? Well, strong evidences for a green card application could be you're on the title to your husband's car. You're on the deed to his house. You're on the electric bill. You're on the water bill. You're on the phone bill. You got medical insurance. You've got life insurance with him. Everything's got to be together. You got to prove that you guys are living together and that you are equal partners in this new journey that you have embarked upon in Indiana from South Africa. You're not in South Africa anymore. Now you're in Indiana, and you got to prove to immigration you guys live together and you're together in a journey for life. Pictures. Pictures with friends, pictures with family, letters of affidavit from friends and family. Karina got her first mail when Karina got her first letter in the mail here. That went in her green card application. It said to Karina Ross with the address on the envelope. I made a copy of the envelope and put it in the green card application. Why? Because it proves that Karina was here. All you're trying to do is prove that you guys are together in a relationship with strong evidence. You can't get a bank account because you don't have a social security number. But that's okay. It's okay. All right. Immigration is going to know that because you're asking immigration to contact the Social Security Administration for you to submit your social security number to you. So they know you can't get a bank account. So they're not gonna ding you on that. They're not gonna put a red flag on that. But there's other things you can do. Go get a BJ's card. Go get a Sam's Club card. Your husband has a BJ's Club card. You have a BJ's Club card. Put the two cards together. Take a picture. Make a print. It shows you guys belong to the BJ's warehouse together, right? Stuff like that. We have a joint gym membership included. I'm on the apartment lease. Fantastic. We have over 100 photos of our beautiful wedding. Put 40 of them, include 40 of those pictures with people that, and on the photos, you got to identify who's in the photograph, right? This is my friend. This is so-and-so. Where were the pictures taken and what day? Angelica, we need another month for me to reflect on the utility bills. Then wait a month. Karina waited a month. When the first bills came in, it said Karina was on the trash bill. I got it in my phone, okay, also on my computer. So it said Karina Ross and my name, Diego Ross, on the trash bill. When I got the bill, I printed it. And Karina said, don't print it in color, save the color ink. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it in color. There's Karina and my name on the trash bill. It went into the green card application because it says Karina's name, my name, and the address, and the account number to the trash company. That's joint habitation. Angelica, I was panicking mostly because I thought I only had 2 weeks left to sort all this stuff out. No, but knowing that I have some time helped my nerves. Yeah, Angelica, give it another month. Take your time. You're in status. You got married within 90 days. The K-1 visa went away when you landed at the airport and wherever you landed. The I-94 is probably going to expire soon, but you got married within 90 days, so you're in status. You're good. Everything's good. You just got to put together a strong green card package. It takes at least 2 months, 50 days at least. So Angelica, I can't do a South African accent. I could try. In South Africa, they kind of speak like that, right? In South Africa, that's the best South African accent I can do. Angelica, you need to relax, okay? It's kind of Australian. Relax, Angelica. Francois, Diego, the letters from friends to show what? You could have a friend write a letter. Once you bring your fiancé to the United States, you get married. Have your friends write letters to your house and say to Francois and your husband's name, then your address, and have them write letters congratulating you on the wedding. Congratulations on your wedding. We're so happy that you finally made it through this long, stressful process. It was great meeting your husband. It was a fantastic dinner we had. Have dinner with some of your friends and then have them write letters to your house. It brings like 3 or 4 friends over to dinner or meet them at a restaurant somewhere and make sure you got plenty of Mountain Dew on the table. And then then have your friends write letters to your house and say, thanks for the great dinner we had at wherever. It was nice to meet your husband finally after all this 2 years of waiting. You're a great couple, and we wish you the best of luck, etc., etc., etc. At our wedding, we had a wedding book. Okay, we had a wedding book, and I brought it to the beach. And I told everybody, the wedding guests, I said, hey, come sign the wedding book. So they were writing their little notes in the wedding book and signing their names. I made like 3 or 4 copies of those entries in the wedding book. I made copies of those 4 pages, those 4 of the pages, and I used them in the green card application. This was from my brother. This is from my nephew. This is from our friends in Navarre. Right? Let me see here. Francois, just invite everybody over to dinner or go to a restaurant and then have all your friends write letters saying, we were glad to meet your husband. Have them sign it, put their address on it, put their phone number on it, the date, so immigration know who these people are. Include it in the green card application. Angelica, that's a bit Australian, but it's close. Close. So my South African accent was pretty close. It's like, South Africa. It's like, please, daddy, can you take me to the drive-in? Now, I think that was a song back in the 60s in South Africa. Please, daddy. I think that's South African, right? Isn't that Dutch? Francois, with the K-1 visa, I included 7 letters to USCIS. There you go. And you're going to repeat it for the green card application. Okay? This process is never ending. It's like the never ending story until you become a U.S. citizen. When you become a U.S. citizen, then you don't have to worry about all this crap anymore, all this paperwork. You get to America, you get your 2-year green card. Then you get your 10-year green card. But you got to apply for it 3 months before your 2-year green card expires. If you don't, you get deported. Then you become a citizen, and then you can relax. Francois, you got it, right? Angelica, yes, we did the same with our K1, especially having both our parents write and sign letters saying they were aware that we approve. It counts a lot. It does. That's exactly how you do it. My friend, okay, of many years, his family created the town over here, closest to us. His family created the town 100 years ago. His family's been there 100 years. And he, you know, he was the best man at the wedding. And he wrote a letter saying that my family, who established this town 100 years ago, are pleased and honored to have Karina moving to this part of Santa Rosa County. I mean, it was strong stuff. Just Lenny, if my husband's tax transcripts are not available, should we wait for them to be available? No. Use the 1040. Use the tax return. If you don't, you can't get your tax transcript probably till August or September. Use the tax return. Write a letter and say, I was unable to get my tax transcripts because they're not available yet by the IRS. So here is my tax return, my 1040. Boom. Angelica, Francois, you've been here for as long as I have. How's your process going? Francois is on top of things. Francois, 10 years of waiting and waiting and waiting, collecting evidence, documentation, and Angelica, maybe even longer. Listen up, guys. We've been helping you guys for a long time. I don't know, some people for over a year. And the bottom line is you're going to get your husband here or your wife, and you're going to get married, just like Karina. She made it. We're just waiting, just like you guys, for the work permit and then the green card. We're in the same boat. Patience is the key. A strong green card application is the key. Evidence of your relationship is the key. And don't mess up the paperwork and be qualified. Let me see here. Even if a 1040 was amended, I amended my 1040. I did my taxes in January, and I put in income in the wrong freaking block. I put a royalty in under a income block where they are supposed to provide a W-2. But I don't get a W-2. I get a 1099. And it's a royalty, not an income. So I had to go and amend my tax return because I was stupid and I was in a hurry to get it done, which is my biggest rule. Don't be in a hurry. I broke my own rule. So I amended my tax return. It's no big deal. IRS got paid. Immigration know you filed your taxes. That's all that matters. And I learned a lesson too. I learned where to put a royalty income. It doesn't go under income. It goes under royalties. You know, it's so easy. A caveman can do a tax return too. I do my own taxes. I did my own K1 visa. Did the green card. And Angelica, yes, I always see his name in the chat, so we need to know. What? I'm not in any chat logs, guys. I don't go on Facebook. You'll never see me in Facebook ever again. I used it in Colombia because it was a great place to post pictures of us together because it was time-stamped. We're married and we're happily married, and we're doing our thing here in Florida. As soon as we got all our paperwork done, I got rid of freaking Facebook. Francois, Angelica, I made rookie mistakes along the way. It's okay. And thanks to Diego's guidance, fixed the boo-boos and got approved. And that's a Mountain Dew salute to Francois. S. Bay, I am late. No, you're not. Nobody's late. Greetings, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. I'm Diego. It's Karina. Mr. and Mrs. Ross live in Thailand. My dad is Mr. Ross. His wife is from Thailand. She's Mrs. Ross. They live in Chiang Mai. I'm Diego. This is Karina. My NOA2 expiration date is June 26th. Should I still remain patient? I emailed the embassy but got an automated response. Print those emails, even though they're automated, because it shows communication with the embassy. Also, send an inquiry to the National Visa Center and say, hey, what's going on with my case? You know what's going on with your case. It's at the embassy, right? You're in, is it at the embassy? Do you know where your K1 visa is? Did you get ready status? Do you have ready status from the embassy? Send an email to the National Visa Center and ask them the status of your case. Then go ahead and print that email and print their response. They will respond to you. That is proof of continued communication with the embassy, with immigration, and your NOA2 letter will get automatically extended. Angelica, no, I'm talking about Francois being a familiar face on your channel. Yeah, Francois, she's one of the executive producers. I'm serious. She's one of the executive producers. With all the super chats she sent, she's an executive producer. Jay Baxter, so the MVC emailed me back. The email looked like a generic reply, but it stated they received my application, but they haven't uploaded it yet. Print that email, and now you get back into the waiting game. Jay Baxter, you're good. You're back in the waiting game. But print that email. You need to print the evidence of your communication with the embassy and or the MVC. In your case, the MVC. This keeps your NOA2 letter active. Okay? Karina's NOA2 letter expired in September of 2023. Her K1 visa interview was November 16th of 2023. Karina's NOA2 letter had been expired 2 months by the time she got to her visa interview in Bogota, Colombia. But did we worry about it? No, because I maintain contact with the MVC. I maintain contact with the embassy, and I printed the emails, and that automatically extended Karina's NOA2 letter. Immigration want to see that you haven't abandoned your case. Okay, how do you prove you haven't abandoned your K1 visa application? By contacting them, checking in with them, asking them questions. So Jay Baxter, you're on the right track here. You're good to go. All right, guys, I've been talking for an hour and 26 minutes. Okay, Karina's a little hungry. Tina's angry. Karina, I'm hungry. I don't have any Mountain Dew left for Mountain Dew salutes, so we're going to come back. What day is it today? Wednesday. Okay, today's Wednesday. We'll be back on Saturday, or maybe I'll do a live stream Friday. I don't know, maybe Friday, but definitely we'll be back on Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Time, which is 7 p.m. Miami time, which is 5 p.m. Albuquerque time, which is 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. See you Saturday, guys. And Angelica gets the last word. Thank you, Diego. You've been here since the K1 filing days. We appreciate it. Angelica, we pulled you over the finish line. We got you from South Africa to Indiana, right? Boom. See you guys on Saturday.